Hello and welcome to what's the now new name of this show? Hastliy Kayfabe Recap. A little bit of a site news. We screwed up when we came up with the first name of this podcast, so we changed it to Hastliy Kayfabe Recap. As you probably see by the videos, that's in the description. That's on the info bar thingy. Apologies to the real Pro Wrestling Digest people. Hopefully you don't send us a cease and desist. I kind of like my YouTube channel. I don't want to get 3 strikes automatically. So, with that out of the way, how are you gentlemen doing?
I have a headache.
I'm doing better than you.
From the Mafia by the
I'm
server.
doing alright, but I got a date in about 90 minutes.
You're doing the best out of all of us
of us.
at this point, and just stop rubbing it in.
Unfortunately, Lewis could not make it this week. We'll try to get in contact with him during the show. If not, hopefully we'll see you next week, brother. But now let's get to the news, because we have 90 minutes to roll through this. Ryan Reeves... Go ahead.
You mean I can't rattle off my entire 8-page thing on... Anyway, I actually plan on condensing that. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk as much. I know people find that annoying sometimes.
Alright, anyway, Ryan Reeves, better known as Ryback, has legally changed his name to Ryback Allen Reeves.
Why?
That's really creative.
Why would you?
Money.
Because he wants to use the name Ryback just like Warrior did.
But as we said last week, Warrior had an entire brand before he left WWE.
Yeah, he had a history. Well, there's nothing really we could say about it.
Yeah,
It's just
really, it's just. Anyway,
he has a name.
Anyway, I'll save this part till near the end because they kind of go together. Tabby Lynn Cinch, also known as Sunny, has went back to jail.
Again.
Oh, yeah, still.
Can we get her signed up for DDP Yoga?
Well, from what she has, like from what we've seen before already, if any of you have watched the one video from What Culture, you have killed Bingley.
I think she's beyond the point of saving. I mean, this is a woman that got arrested 6 times in 1 week.
Well, we thought Jake the Snake and Scott Hall were beyond salvation, but look what it did to them.
I know, right?
Yeah, but
They're
I don't
also
remember,
being held accountable in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I also don't remember Jake Roberts going to jail either.
good point. The most he went to the hospital.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't know if he ever ended up in jail. I mean, even Cornette's ended up in jail.
Well,
but-
not publicly.
Yeah.
Anyway, next part. I probably should have combined this a little better. Ryback wants to compete in MMA.
Nope.
Well, again, this is going to be one of those things. I didn't even hear about this, but if you can make the transition over to heavyweight, the heavyweight division isn't really that stacked. But I almost guarantee you, he's probably going to lose at least 30 pounds of muscle mass.
So he could actually move around. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking so that way he wouldn't violate any WADA rules. Anyway,
and the two stories were getting ready to combine into one. TNA cannot come up with the money to broadcast Bound for Glory or any future tapings. Now, how much did they say they needed to get the bill?
$600,000.
$600 over $500,000 to flip
They
the
need
bill.
they need $600,000 in order to put on Bound for Glory in their next set of tapings.
And mind you, Bound for Glory is what, in 2 weeks?
No, this Sunday.
What, this Sunday? I thought it was in October.
Yes, sir. October 2nd.
Oh, forgot. Yeah, it's the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 4 days in order to raise the money for Bound for Glory.
Actually, Guy, they only have 2 days because the money has to be there by Friday afternoon.
That's
The
right.
close
The
of business day.
banks close on the weekends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
WWE is back in the bidding war, and it looks like they're also interested in Broken Matt Hardy as well. So,
Yep.
Unfortunately, if WWE does buy them out, we know it's just going to be for the tape library, and a few wrestlers are like, I assume Biz, Broken Matt, Brother Nero, and a few others are going to be picked up, and the rest will be just either made jobbers or scattered off into the indies.
More than likely, it's going to be a mix of both. But also, there's another thing that someone put up. What would happen if they were to also, while doing this, they somehow decide to make TNA WWE Network exclusive? I don't know. I just think that might be crazy.
Here's what I would do with TNA, honestly. Make another brand extension, except they're the other NXT.
Did they try
Except
that
don't
with-
call it don't call it TNA, call it something else, because that's a Vince Russo thing. We already know what the hell TNA was supposed to stand for, the motherfucker.
Impact
So-
Wrestling?
So, yeah, call it Impact or something like that. Don't call it TNA, and make it the other feeder school. But the only thing is, you probably have to change the location, because they're basing everything out of Atlanta still or something.
Orlando.
Orlando.
So they're pretty much,
Yeah,
I assume
so-
they're right down the street from NXT, if you will.
Yeah,
less.
it's Full Sail, I think, is in Orlando.
Basically in the same. They're basically in the same sound stage that used to hold Guts. So I'm sure the aggro crag is around there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
And,
That could be the finals for the Bound for Glory series.
There we go.
all right, on to
Have we?
Go ahead.
Well, before we go to the pay-per-view, I do have one other piece of news,
Go ahead.
but it's very personal.
You just bought TNA.
No, I don't have 600 grand. But remember how we talked about the CWC and how crazy that was, and how almost gave it away. How Kota Ibushi used the burning hammer on Brian Kendrick.
Yes.
Well, I remember mentioning that on my Twitter at one point. Guess who liked the tweet?
Ooh,
Ooh.
Kenta fucking Kobashi!
cool.
So I'm all harble-garble about that. And it is actually his thing. I don't think it's his company saying stuff, because there's a bunch of touristy pictures and shit in there. It doesn't look like there's a lot of promotion. It looks like it's Kobashi himself. So,
Complete with a verified stamp.
well, there's a bunch of Japanese in there that I can't read. So,
Okay, we'll assume then. All right.
So the one thing we could say is you marked out.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh boy. All
The
right.
guy who made the fucking move.
All right. On to Clash of Champions, our pre-show
Oh God.
crash of champions, our pre-show match. Nia Jax murderizes Alicia Fox. Did any of us expect this to end any other way?
Nope.
So technically, I got 3 right.
Well, I did put down the list because it's a pre-show match.
Yeah. Still. Okay. And what
Okay.
really can we say? That's it.
Pretty much. I did have some choice things to say about that. First off, is that the Jackal in the audience?
Maybe.
There was a guy with long hair and sunglasses in the audience, looked like the fucking Jackal or Cyrus or the guy that used to run the Truth. Well, that was the Jackal.
That
the
was
Truth
the
Commission
Jackal.
guy.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Fox ain't going home. Stop with the insider term, Saxton. I keep on asking Nia Jax to do a stink face on fucking Alicia Fox. That was the best you've ever seen of Alicia Fox, Lita. If this is the best, everything else is even worse.
Well, then
Jeez.
again, Alicia Fox isn't exactly the world's greatest wrestler. I don't like stealing material from Spoonie, but her axe kick really is going to kill someone one day.
Let's see here. The only thing that would be better would be Awesome Kong performing Yokozuna's finisher on Fox.
That will be the end of Alicia Fox.
Why do you think I said that?
Though I would love to see an Awesome Kong versus Nia Jax feud. Well, Karma, if she ever went back to WWE.
Yeah. Well, if they buy TNA, you never know. Anyway,
No, she's not part of TNA anymore. She's on the Indies.
true,
Yeah.
but still, that means they could recognize the name. They're doing some pretty good stuff with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then the kickoff show itself was kind of boring.
When isn't it boring?
Yeah, well,
It's-
Renee Young's Connor's cure pin clashed with her dress.
Psst.
Let's see
I should say something about that Nia Jax match.
What?
Yeah.
It's like Gorilla Monsoon used to say, stick a fork in her, she's
She's
done.
done.
She's done.
I assume we're talking
She's
about
done.
Miss Fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stuck the fork in before the bell rung. You could replace Alicia Fox's music with with the Undertaker is because the funeral march would have been a lot more appropriate.
But we're gonna hear that when TNA goes out of business later this week.
Ding!
I know.
jeez.
Ding.
Ding.
I would seriously put the Undertaker in the Impact Zone. By the way,
Have
Oh,
him be the
jeez.
last. Have him be the last person to show up, walk out to the arena, raise his hands, drop them, and all the lights cut off.
Pretty much.
And
anyway,
anyway,
we move on.
on to the pay-per-view.
We go on because the pre-show just really sucked.
Anyway,
I mean, the only highlight included everyone making fun of Tom Phillips' haircut because apparently he's trying to copy Corey Graves.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. I made a comment about adjusting the mic, Bucky Beaver. Sami
Stop
Zayn
stealing from
promo.
King Ross.
Good promo, muy good. Let's see here. Yeah, there's nothing else here other than I'm waiting for the aliens to come in to challenge for the Universal Championship. I'm waiting for Carlos Colon to come in to challenge for the Universal Championship. That's all I got.
oh boy, New Day.
All right.
The New Day, unfortunately, beat the club.
With shenanigans, once again. They're supposed to be the face, right?
Yeah, I apologize. I thought my bad luck would have actually worked against the New Day.
I
Yeah,
hate
good
you
job,
for that.
It didn't.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway. But I don't know how I feel about the finish, but neither did the audience.
Yeah, that was
Because it was kind of back and forth on that.
Well, it was a heel finish.
Well, yeah,
on the faces.
and I have a big question to ask about this.
What's that?
They named the trombone.
Yeah, they've been named the
Yeah, they always
trombone.
did. First
When
it was
the fuck did
Francesca.
they name the trombone?
They named
Years-
it years ago. Like,
Francesca too.
the original one was Francesca. Chris Jericho broke it, and that's Francesca too.
Oh God.
So the thing,
Well, all I can say is the last two notes on this match: Big E air humping on the ramp,
When
and
doesn't
up-
he bear, huh?
and up down will get more views on the WWE network now.
yeah, because now they're on the WWE Network as well on YouTube, as being on YouTube.
Oh,
Seriously?
Pretty good. That's good. Okay, I didn't know that. That's actually
So
pretty cool.
here's the one note I put about this match: 79. Well, I think now it's 74 or 75. I have to double check. 70 something days till they break Demolition's record. Me and Ninja talked about this, and in order for them to break it, at the last show they had to defend their titles on would be December 12th because the record's broken on the 8th before the pay-per-view, which is on the 18th.
Okay.
Well, sorry, the record will be breaking because the record-breaking date will be before the 18th, which is their next pay-per-view after that.
Which is going to be Survivor Series. Which is going to be Royal Rumble.
No, the one.
No, it's going to be the one before. It's going to be in December. Royal
it's the
Rumble's
December,
January.
It's the December one, yeah.
Yeah, well, we made a calculation that they would actually have to beat the record after the pay-per-view, so it's like one of those.
No, they beat before because the pay-per-view's on the 18th. The record gets.
Oh, that's
broken on
right.
the
We
5th
said
the record gets
and we
broken on the 15th.
And we said that it would look bad if they lost it at a B pay-per-view instead of the big pay-per-view.
So
Also, I'd like to say real quick, during the pre-show, Lita mentioned that Carl Anderson was married to, and I quote, his hot Asian wife. So I did mention that here comes Luke Gallows and the guy that's married to the hot Asian.
oh boy. So any quick thoughts on the New Day chasing history?
I could see what WWE's trying to do, but the thing is, they're running stale at the moment, and right now they're just trying to basically screw the Demolition over just because of what's going on outside, and we don't want to go into that right now because we'd be talking about this for a while. So let's just say that they just want to just say we're going this far, might as well have them lose the might as well have them keep.
Yeah, that's what I have to
so
say
then.
about it also.
Just have them keep the title, and then once they're done, and then we'll see them have to chase after it again.
What are you about to say, John?
Which is stupid because the World Tag Team Championship and the WWE Tag Team Championship are actually two separate lineages.
Yeah,
So
the New Day already
even if the
the New Day already broke the
I'm
WWE
sorry.
record. Sorry, the New Day already broke
Yes.
the WWE record. Now go ahead.
So even if New Day actually breaks that record, you know, the Demolition's record, Demolition will still be the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions. So they'll still have a record.
And plus, even if they still have the most combined title time with 600 plus days, and New Day ain't touching that anytime soon.
Yeah, we're not gonna go. Like,
Yeah.
they are not gonna keep it going because if they had to go for another like year to do that, I'm like, fuck no.
I think the
Just
fans
turn them into frogs. Just turn all three of them into frogs. No, don't turn all three of them into frogs. Just turn Xavier Woods into a frog, and keep Kofi and keep Big E, because Big E's actually starting to grow on me. It may be like a fungus, but he's growing on me.
I want. Speaking of that, I want Big E to get ring postitis again.
Yes. Yeah,
but unfortunately,
shall we move on to the next match?
yes,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
the Cruiserweight Championship of the World. TJ Manic Suicide Perkins defeats D. Brian Kendrick via tap out.
And
I
I have to say this first of all. We have to add another name to his repertoire of nicknames. We have to call him Mega Man now.
Oh yeah,
I
his
thought-
theme song.
And I just went. I actually. What the fuck did I write this
Well,
down?
Adam another one they put up is like, it's like, oh look, it's Scott Pilgrim.
So I went. Well, what the hell? Who the hell made this music? Did they steal someone's chip tune off OC Remix? I mean,
Apparently, someone told me it's an attempt to remix Wily Castle from from Mega Man 2.
Well, duh.
that sounded nothing like Wily Castle 2.
I could hear what they were trying to do, but it wasn't Wily's Castle.
Well,
Not a
it's-
chance.
well, they could've-
It's definitely Mega Man, but it's not. Anyway, that didn't annoy me as much as hearing the words "Captain's Hook." It's the fucking bully choke. Just get that out of the way. I know that they're trying to be more PG with the stuff, and so they're calling it the Captain's Hook, but it's the fucking bully choke.
Yeah, but we call it the bully joke, and then they have
Yeah, I know.
be a star and all that.
But he's a fucking heel.
well, now he's a heel, but we'll get into that when we get to Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, I gotta say this: you guys saw some of the botches that Perkins made.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty
I heard some of the botches that Saxton made. Kaiji Muto.
I saw
It's Saxton. He doesn't know a damn thing.
I saw this week's episode of Ride Along.
Oh, go ahead and say that. I was about to say that.
I'll let you have it, John.
Basically, Byron Saxton is so fucking annoying that JBL and Michael Cole left him at the rest stop.
Oh God.
Pretty much,
Wait,
it was,
what?
It was okay. They taped an episode Ride Along that took place after Extreme Rules, and one of the cars riding was Cole, JBL, and Saxton.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
They got so annoyed with Brian Saxton that when they went to the rest stop, JBL told Brian Saxton leave the keys in the car running. JBL jumped in the driver's seat. Michael Cole came from the back seat to the passenger seat. They took off and left his ass. He's sitting there calling him like, "What happened, fellas?"
Let's see here.
Now,
Now I did like the
I
match.
got one idea for I got one idea for TJ Perkins' entrance. They should let him wear the power glove on his way out.
Oh God.
Hey, save it for
Gosh.
WrestleMania.
Oh.
WrestleMania is when it has to happen. I'm sorry. That's when you have to go all out bonkers design. That's the only time you can.
Well, it worked for monetizing Bootios. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this cruiserweight match felt different than the matches on the CWC. Did anybody get? It felt way different.
The first thing I said is this match doesn't feel right without Ronaldo and DB calling it.
Well,
That is
I
true.
think you can get away without Daniel Bryan. I mean, Daniel Bryan definitely would have brought in a lot of stuff, and he would have actually called the move the bully choke. But Morrow is so masterful at what he does, and he brings excitement. And I mean, yeah, I mark out for the guy too. But I mean, what he does is so good that everything was just so monotone and just nowhere near as exciting as it could have felt. And
well, this is commentary with Cole and Saxton.
And yeah, Graves and Graves doesn't even bring a whole lot of excitement either. I mean, he's learning it better, but he's supposed to be color commentary, so I get that. But yeah,
his
this match felt
is actually what showed really right there.
There was this match felt so different, and I really, really hope we get the cruiserweights on SmackDown, because that I think that would benefit from the right team. I think even JBL would have more excitement than those three combined. So,
except for his excitement, he always screws everything up, and always we get another John o'clock from King Ross.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of crazy matches, Cesaro versus Sheamus.
The one time they actually put on a barn burner, and this is how it ends.
Cesaro, why?
And you know what? I actually agree with the ending.
Okay,
I'm one of the few people that actually agrees with the ending, and there's a couple of reasons why I say that. But go ahead.
For the people who didn't watch, Cesaro versus Sheamus ended on medical stoppage, aka no contest. The best out of 7 ends in a tie.
But it's not really ended. I mean, here. First of all, I would like to ask this: does Cesaro try to heal or cure everything with that Kineso tape?
I think he is. We might, by the end of his career, he just might be a mummy.
He just might be a mummy of Kineso tape. They should WWE should just market. In fact, Cesaro, here's the thing for you: if you ever listen to this Rinky Dink podcast, market your own Kineso tape. Call it Cesaro tape. Okay, it's just the tape with your signature that says Cesaro on it. You can market it at a very neutral price. You can understand that. You're Swiss. You understand what I mean by that. Just, oh gosh. Kineso tape.
Hey, work for WWE ice cream bars.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So
anyway, this match.
I hate to call it neutralizer tape.
Yes. Which I finally understood why he fucking calls it the neutralizer. Anyway.
Hastliy Kayfabe Pop Tags. And that was our business segment. Go ahead, Ninja. As I screw up this joke.
I just want to get actually to the match. I was honestly coming into this saying, okay, it's gonna be the last match. We all know how it's gonna end, and it ends like this. I'm like, oh, what the hell? But then looking back on it, I can see what they were trying to do, but still feels like a cop out. But still, good match they had. Just, in fact, that's all I could say with that. Like, that's how this entire show felt. It's just endings could have been better.
And what's funny is normally I would groan at something like this. But if you look into it beyond the match, it means there's one of two things going on. Or actually, there's probably one thing's going on. They're talking to Cesaro. They want him to stay in the company. Because it's very clear. Remember, there was a rumor running around that he said he was going to leave. That he was going to leave after the best of 7. So either he's going to go out with a bang at Hell in a Cell, which would make sense, or they're trying to renegotiate the contract. In fact, there's another thing. Morrow actually tweeted, or no, it wasn't Morrow, it was Daniel. Daniel Bryan tweeted out and said, hey, when does your contract run out on Raw? We'd love to have you on SmackDown.
That would be a good choice at the moment, because I feel that might work in his favor, but right now at the moment, we're just have to see where it goes at the moment, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm okay with this particular ending. It's actually refreshing to see an ending like this with a medical stoppage, even though it was over an arm and over a possibility of a concussion on Sheamus, but whatever.
And now the match we all got wrong. Actually, one of the 2 matches we all got wrong. Chris Jericho defeats Sami Zayn.
How in the world do we not see this? And what is the reason?
And you know what? I gotta say, Jericho and that scarf. He is owning that scarf. That scarf needs to have its own page. Jericho's that scarf.
Someone on Facebook, get on that.
There we go. By the way, I did mention, shut up with the vintage. Shut up with the Olays. Let's see here. Zayn has a bit of a bruise on his back. Should he buy into Cesaro tape?
Hey, it'll be WWE tape at this rate.
And Jericho with the victory and the pouty face for the win. I mean, that was just great. Just if you look at Jericho's face afterwards, he has this pouty French poo-poo face on him as he wins. So it's just hilarious to me. So I think there's going to be a bit of time between those two.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything to say, John?
No, I'm good. I'm just doing something real quick that needs to be done.
Well, it's definitely more important than this pay-per-view, let me tell you.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
We move on to the women's triple threat, and the winner is Charlotte, defeating Bayley and Sasha Banks.
Now, did we all get that one wrong, too?
I think we all got it wrong.
Not one of us picked Charlotte.
So first thing, before we get into that match, there was the vignette between Mick Foley and Stephanie and Seth Rollins. And at the very end, before they cut off the thing, which is really bad, because I think Mick had a really nice choice line. I love that chip on his shoulder. I thought that was great.
It is.
But they cut him off as he was talking, so it's just like whatever. Bayley comes out like a peacock. Saxton talking way too much about the inflatable tube men.
I think
all the time NXT, you douche.
And now Charlotte is coming out with the Equalizer, who does not look good in whatever the hell she's in. I don't know. Dana Brooke did not look good. Sometimes, Dana Brooke can actually look good. But this time, not so much. Dana Brooke also did not remember how Charlotte enters into the ring. She tried to open up the ropes for her. I thought that was funny. Right now, Charlotte. Right now, I'm going to say this right now. Charlotte right now is a better Ronda Rousey than Ronda Rousey is. I think that's excellent particularly because she does have 12 victories under her belt as women's champion. Yeah, I mean, this was probably one of the best matches on the card.
It was, because the thing is, there are three of the horsewomen, and you could tell they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, Sasha with the slaps to the boobs of Charlotte. I have to get that in. Let's see. Let's see here. And Charlotte telling the camera idiot to move. I love that. She was trying to get to. I think she was trying to throw Sasha into the railing or something like that, into the barricade, and she's all just move, and it took her like 4 tries for the cameraman to move.
Well, I think we
She should have smoothed him.
We discussed this. These aren't the normal camera people that do WWE nowadays. They're the Kevin.
Oh, really?
They're the Bucky Beaver crew.
They've always been the Bucky Beaver crew.
Yeah, but
they always have, always will be, except for NXT.
True, because they have training. They have training crew over at Full Sail University.
Yes.
When the trainees do better than the pros. Anyway,
then we wouldn't have Ring of Honor issues.
Ding. And the match we all unfortunately got right. Roman Reigns defeats Rusev to become the new...
No, you got it right. I got it wrong.
Oh, sorry.
No, wait, hold on. I think we all got it wrong. I think, let's see, I'm going to go check the list. I did
I voted for I put in Roman.
I put in Rusev.
Yeah, I voted for Roman.
Did I vote for Roman? I don't remember.
And I haven't had a chance to check last week's to check.
I remember trying to be all weird with that. But anyway, Rusev can actually speak Bulgarian outside of the word machka, whatever the hell that means.
I think you can probably look it up and they'll probably say something. It's like trying to figure out what Sheamus says whenever he does that. Or like when the light shines on him or tries to blind you.
Well, that's because he is a human lighthouse lens, is what he is. The man is whiter than the moon. That's how white this guy is. Anyway, Rusev, I gotta say, Rusev, that motherfucker. I'm getting behind him now. I could see him with because he could. That sounds weird because I think the only person that would really want to get behind him really is Lana. Anyway. But anyway, Rusev with some fantastic agility for a big man. I mean, he's a big Rusev with a drop kick. The fuck, Rusev with a fucking drop kick.
Could you imagine if he actually tried to do a really high maneuver and it's like, oh shit, no, oh, run! His weight
And again, I
inside.
think I've seen Earthquake throw a drop kick too.
Yeah, I know exactly. We were just talking about that. I watched that little special on like the most intimidating big men. They threw Earthquake in there at number 9 or number 10 or somewhere in there, and it shows him doing the drop kick. And I'm just sitting here going, "That's 468 pounds." So Rusev doing a drop kick, who is obviously in better shape than John Tenta ever was. That was absolutely amazing to watch. By the way, I did have the comment of "Ow, my liver." The Superman punch was countered by a really good kick. I honestly think Rusev needs some sumo lessons. I think he would benefit from it. Honestly, the amount of leg strength that guy has.
Hey, get a couple.
You know what? I would
conversations.
tend to agree, but you gotta imagine if he has to go through sumo wrestling, we will be seeing him for 10, 15 years.
Well,
I don't. Well, plus he'd have to gain a lot of weight in his stomach because that'd be a whole lot of other things.
Well, have him get some basic lessons from Big Show.
Big Show and hell,
Mark
they could
Henry.
fucking get fucking Akebono. Fuck.
Yeah, right.
He was a fucking he was a real Yokozuna. Anyway, wow, Lana actually doing heel manager things and the ref kicking Lana out. What is this? 1984?
Yes.
This actually was kind of nice. The fact that you see Lana pulling the ref out, I'm going, huh? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Something smart for once?
Yeah, and then I mean that's hard. That's not hard to do that because when they did that spot, he didn't take the ref didn't like fall on the floor and hit his head and go ow 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 ow. It was he just got pulled out of the ring, and it was obvious as to who it was.
Yeah,
because there's only one person now. Like, wait, you get out of here.
Why is a lazy attempt at a drop kick called a drive-by?
I don't know.
They're trying to call it. They're trying to be PG. They're calling it a drive-by. And Rusev make Roman humble.
Except Roman stood up right after that.
Yeah, powers.
Yeah,
out,
he stood up
Rusev
right after and
guys.
said, "It is my title." Bam.
Yeah.
Don't forget he fucked his ass too.
Yeah, pretty much. Roman needs to learn how not to talk to himself. I mean, I know how I have that problem too, but it sounded like he was talking to somebody, and we're really not sure. Maybe it was the guy that was hidden in his costume. I don't know. The resolve in the eyes of Roman Reigns. How about that scratch? It looked like he got scratched near one of his eyes. But yeah, the highlight of the match was a camera shot of a guy taking a picture of Roman Reigns on his phone.
Roman.
Now here's a question I'm going to ask you all.
What?
Was this a good decision?
I don't know. I don't know. We have to see how they book the next few things because that actually leads into the next match.
Which
it really does.
Kevin Owens.
No.
Oh wait.
Let's title this right. And for the Universal title, the WWE Universal title, Tyler Black versus Kevin Steen. Who thought that would happen? Who in the fuck ever thought that would happen? Yeah, you know what? It's actually a good way of putting it, simply because those two, because of ROH, thank you for it, that we got basically a rematch. But unfortunately, this time, Kevin kept the title. Unfortunately, I think Kevin Owens keeping the title was a fantastic idea. I know, but it's unfortunate what happened to Seth.
Well, we all knew it was going to be interference. We just expected it from Triple H, not Jericho. Not Jericho, yeah. But it works. It works with Kevin Owens. It does, but there's also another thing that happened the injury, yeah. Wait, Seth got injured again? Yes. Did you not hear about that in the last 3 days? I have been working. That even you could have seen something like that on any of your social medias. They put something else. I actually ignored social media for 2 days because I didn't watch the pay-per-view. What were you about to say, John?
Yeah, he injured his ribs. I think it was what the fuck was that move? When he came off the top and did that rib with that Gutbuster. Gutbuster, yeah. That's it. Geez. Yeah, it was. Which I know made Bret Hart happy.
Well, I'm sure. I'm
Karma.
Sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. By the
This is
way,
one of those
I would
things
like
that-
to say, Seth Rollins has proven you can super kick correctly. Fuck the Bucks. And Kevin Owens proved that you can super kick creatively. Fuck the Bucks.
I'm pretty sure Luz is smiling while he's listening to this.
Yeah.
Anyway, we move on to, well, that pay-per-view was kind of...
That
It
pay-per-view
happened.
was just so lackluster. I mean, I could not. I know I've fallen asleep before pay-per-views before, but that's usually because they're too long. This one was just too boring. Oh, by the way, I did count when I did actually count up to 22 because that's how far the audience got when they were counting.
I thought they got
yeah.
to 20.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, I'm just gonna say what I thought about the pay-per-view. Backlash was much, much better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It had better stories
By
to go
far.
with, which is really kind of sad to think that this is the A show, and they thought, "Oh, we're the A show. We can do what we want," and you suck. While the B show, SmackDown Live, did a lot better with their storyline, considering that a lot of the talent there is just, basically the excess that basically they threw out. Except for a few good ones. It's just like, look what you do with the excess and make them incredible with their storylines.
It's a smaller, hungrier roster. They want to prove that, hey, we should be the new A show, and they should be the B show.
And that's fine. I
Exactly.
mean, and the nice thing about it is they have the right team to really push that over. I think JBL going over to SmackDown actually helps Morrow, kind of flesh things out. I forget who the third guy is over there.
Actually, it's David Otunga.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Otunga. No, Otunga isn't bad.
Yeah, the man can't
he's
wrestle
got-
because his wife said so.
He wrestled
Well-
or he stopped because his wife said so.
No, his wife wouldn't let him wrestle.
So he had to retire.
So he had to retire. So, well, I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, I think she makes more money than he does.
Yeah, so I think she has the power of the family. But Otunga is learning. I think that's the whole thing is that's why he stays quiet throughout most of the shows. He's realizing he's learning between Morano and JBL and puts in his commentary every once in a while. So
And I
I
think
can see him trying.
he's learning from some good, and he's learning from two good-ish JBL. Yeah, well, I think as JBL gets away from colitis,
he'll improve.
he'll improve as a color commentator. I hope Corey does not contract Michael colitis. So.
Because the only fun thing back in the day that was fun between Michael Cole and JBL was the fact that JBL would rip on Michael Cole almost every blinking minute of the broadcast, but now he can't do that anymore.
Exactly.
Maybe having him stick with a commentator actually has some level. Well, okay, I can't say
some level. Come on.
Hey, they did ditch Byron Saxton, so he might have more respect for at least Cole than he did for Byron. But anyway,
Pay-per-view. On to something else.
on to Raw.
All right.
Monday night.
Raw. Let's.
Clash of Champions Part 2.
Hey, what? Hey, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. They started the show with a match.
Roman Reigns
A rematch.
versus
They did-
Rusev. Part
Here's
2.
the thing that they did. They started the show with a match, no talking, just straight to a fight. When was the last time we actually went straight to a fight on Raw?
Good
When
point.
dinosaurs roamed the earth.
But yeah, Roman
It
Reigns.
did happen. I do remember hearing about it. It did happen this year, but it was a long time ago this year. So the fact they went to it just makes me feel like, good, do this more often. Because we don't want to get 20-minute talks. We just want to get to the point. Get us a match.
And anyway, Roman Reigns retains his United States Championship of the what? Actually, no,
His
that doesn't make
United
sense.
States Championship.
Chip.
Yes.
Against Rusev via a double countout, after which Roman used a steel chair.
Oh,
I wasn't there for this. Oh, really?
he.
Interesting. Well,
And the fact, like I said, we talked about this before, Ty. Is there really a definition of heel and face anymore?
I think that line's been blurred a long time ago, but there are heel actions and there are face actions, and attacking someone from behind or with a trombone is definitely a heel action.
but I gotta say, this might be interesting. This might be an interesting way to turn both Lana and Rusev face. Babyface.
Yeah.
And that sounds weird because
Considering
how built up he is of a monster heel. Right.
Plus how much of a big failure Lana's first face run was.
Right, but here's the thing. There's something that you can think about. An old buddy of mine from Monterey posted to another Facebook wrestling thing about this. Rusev is literally the definition of the American dream. Not Dusty Rhodes, but the literal definition of what the American dream is supposed to be. He came over here. He's looking for he's found success because he worked hard for it. And look where he is now. He could have a world title run real easy.
And he's got a hot ass wife.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he did marry a Floridian, and she's probably going to go crazy within 10 years, but that's all right.
Also, you gotta admit, the fact she wears those pencil skirts, and I'm like, do you really have to show it off like this?
Yes, she does.
Because she knows her husband could kill all of us.
and you know, she can't wrestle, so
anyway.
But she doesn't need to be in that kind of position. It makes sense for her.
And because Vince Russo isn't booking the show, he's not going to force her into that position like he tried to do with Miss Elizabeth. But anyway, Mick Foley.
Let's go into quick announcement, by the way.
Go ahead.
I have officially made Jericho Scar Facebook page.
Oh God!
We'll plug it at the end of the show.
Plug it at the end of the show.
Yeah,
anyway.
That's what I just did.
So that's why you've been quiet for a while.
Yep.
The Scarf of Jericho.
Is that
going to go? Is that going to go? Is that going to go with the Eye of Gibson and the mullet of Morton?
Oh, I gotta make those now. Damn it!
No, those are already made. Those are Twitter accounts.
Oh, brother.
Anyway, as we said earlier, the Sheamus versus Cesaro's best of 7 ends in the draw. The winner of that match was supposed to get a championship opportunity, and Mick Foley granted that championship opportunity, because now the two of them are a tag team, meaning they'll get a tag team title shot in the future.
And all I have to say is this a good idea? Because this also deals with the thing you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. We had strange bedfellows before, and this is definitely the type of team they're putting them against, as they did have their match again. They did beat up a couple of jobbers later on that night.
Yeah.
But
when it's not Daniel Bryan Kane. It's not almost anybody. It's almost anybody with Kane, really. It's not
Austin Michaels.
Austin Michaels. It's not Rock and Sock. You know, it's not like they're going to grow to like each other and hug it out. It's just, you know, what a horrible way to end that. But I have a feeling there's going to be a match at Hell in a Cell between those two.
Yeah. You know what? Hell in a Cell might be the best way for them to end it.
Maybe.
But just have the final match be where they can completely kill each other. But will that be the Hell in a Cell match? Doubt it. Although it would be interesting.
But shouldn't Hell in a Cell be all Hell in a Cell matches?
Maybe.
Anyway, we can speculate on that later.
Especially how the tag team title match ended. Though I can't really put Gallows and Anderson as part of that match because the New Day beat them again.
So they've completely destroyed Gallows and Anderson. They've buried them.
My best guess is hopefully they get smined to SmackDown soon.
I hope so.
So what was the point of that match?
Final nail in the coffin?
I don't know.
Carl Anderson's wife wanted him out of his contract. I don't know.
So
Let's
yeah,
just keep moving.
let's
keep moving on.
We already discussed about New Day's current title run. So Rich
It's just
Swann and Cedric Alexander defeat dang, I can't pronounce the last name.
Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
Drew Gulak. Oh, jeez. And
Lince Dorado to continue the new cruiserweight season here on Raw.
and that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Basically, it was a race war and the blacks won.
Boo.
Oh, but I gotta say, Rich Swann. Well, Cedric is so good at what he does, and Rich Swann is so entertaining. I mean, he's so good at being entertaining, and he's still also extremely athletic. Swann sounds like the shining star of the four. I hate to say that because Alexander had a great match with Ibushi. Drew Gulak is always a fantastic technician. I think that Dragon Sleeper of his is great. I remember seeing Lince Dorado, but at the same time, I think out of those four, I think Rich is probably the big star out of the four.
Anyway, anyone else have anything to add?
Nope.
All right, Sasha Banks and Charlotte will have a rematch for the WWE Women's Championship next week.
Again,
why are they doing these title matches? I seriously just
because apparently the WWE, the creative team, have the scripts on rewrite or recycle.
Never trust creative. Although I can understand how they can come up to this angle.
All right, go ahead.
Because was that you blowing your nose, John?
No, that's me blowing my keyboard, my air duster.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say blowing your nose at that decision would have made sense. But remember the ending to the triple threat. Charlotte pinned Bayley.
Yeah.
Okay, so she hasn't pinned Sasha yet. From the last match, I know she pinned Charlotte I know she pinned Sasha the last time, but this is the final nail in the coffin again for the fifth time. I don't know. I guess they're really trying to push Dana Brooke, but they haven't really done much with her in terms of trying to get her over.
Well, she hasn't broke off from Charlotte yet.
Yeah, so whatever.
Anyway, TJ Perkins defeats Tony Nese and will face the Brian Kendrick in a rematch next week for the Cruiserweight. Are they just really just hitting the rewind button on Raw?
What's the point of that match again?
And like I said, I have nothing against Kendrick. I have nothing against Perkins. The match was great. But why
do we need to see it again?
But why so soon?
Yeah.
And why on TV? These should be pay-per-view matches.
Yes.
It's like somebody gave WWE Creative a bunch of sugar when they have ADHD.
And Raw's supposed to have the bigger roster. Last time I checked the draft, they had 3 picks to 2. Plus, they added all the cruiserweights recently. How are we getting a rewind at the very pay-per-view most of us just watched on Sunday?
They're trying to apologize for the lackluster pay-per-view? I don't know. I'm sure Vince yelled at most of them. Anyway.
God damn it!
Special guests Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson are coming to Raw next week.
Why? I don't understand celebrity guests. There's some I don't understand, but these two, what is your point of coming?
To hope to draw in the crowd.
Because they have a show to plug, god damn it.
Anything you wanted to say, Will?
Yeah.
I think that's how we all feel.
Big Bubba Rogers was former UWF heavyweight champion. That's more important than this, right?
Yes. And we could probably go through a whole show about that, but Ninja has a date in 30 minutes.
Yes. Let's keep going.
So the main event of the evening, Jericho, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens defeats the tag team of Enzo Amore and Big Cass.
Again,
and then I like what you put on the notes here. I love what you put in. Could you please tell us what it says?
John?
He's 7 foot tall.
And you can't teach that. That's Vince McMahon on the headset jerking off.
Yeah.
Next big star.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I
And
tell you
mind
what.
you-
If the cruiserweights don't try, he's gonna kill you all. Yeah.
I thought that was Braun Strowman's job.
Braun Strowman.
That was supposed to be Strowman, but
I'll
let's
send
be
a
honest.
bolt out there. I don't care. I'm Vince.
Well, that'll
But-
be Vince's new tag team once he realizes his current tag team situation is dying.
Yeah,
On
but
Raw,
I mean,
at least.
and I like Big Cass. I like Enzo. I think those two work out really well as a tag team. I think if they ever split up, Enzo could do a great job in the cruiserweights or even in the mid cards. I think Cass is a star in the making. He's just going to need about 5 years to get to that point.
Yeah, don't speed push him like they tried to do with Roman Reigns.
With Roman Reigns, yeah, give him some time. We need some time to digest him, but he can obviously promo. He's not a natural at it, but he obviously has some creative stuff that he can say and do. Give him time. And even if he doesn't make it past the tag team stuff or even into the mid cards, he's still quite good at what he does. I think he'll be good.
Anyway, on to any other thoughts on Raw before we move on to Smacks?
Can we go talk about the real wrestling show now? The real pro wrestling show now?
On the SmackDown, the opening. Now I missed the opening segment, which was Randy Orton in the ring and Bray Wyatt inviting him to, I assume the Wyatt compound or the boiler room or whatever. So we get those segments sprinkled throughout the show. But the opening match itself was a 8-man tag between the Ascension and the new hip hop Usos, who apparently raided Too Cool's closet. Well, a little. They look like modern hip hop guys. Versus the team of Slater, Rhino, and American Alpha. The match ends with the Usos using the Tequila Sunrise submission on Slater's leg after they do their little leg breaker combo thingy.
Okay.
Can I ask a legitimate question? What is it with SmackDown and 8 and 10 man tags?
It's the legacy of Teddy Long. You have to realize that by now.
What the hell?
Oh gosh.
Teddy may not be with the company or with SmackDown, but we will always have a tag team match, brother. So,
Players, holla, holla.
You mean tag team match? Now you believe that,
player.
player?
And unfortunately, we can't stick
And
the
he's like-
heels. We can't stick the heels against the Undertaker anymore. So,
And he's 70. And mind you, Teddy Long is like 70+ years old. He's old. He's an old motherfucker. He was old when he first started in the wrestling business.
yeah, really. I was about to say, didn't he start like the 80s and 90s?
He was in
the
his
80s?
he was like in his he was in his late 30s, early 40s by the time he started as a referee.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh. Anyway, but yeah, that's just ridiculous. Just
But yeah, it's Usos Ascension. That means Ascension actually wins a match. God forbid.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Usos won that match.
I like the Usos heel turn. I'm so glad they have a heel turn because I'm so tired of the fucking face paint and bullshit. That was just tiring of them. It's refreshing. It's nice. They can act like ghetto people if they really want to. I mean, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, and that's fine. They're being heels. Good for them. I'm glad they've embraced it, and it's working. It's working. Yeah, they've raided Too Cool's closet, but it works. It works. If Too Cool ever actually came back and tried doing that stuff to the Usos would murderize them, and that'd be great. That'd be great. I think Christopher and
Chris and Scotty.
Chris and Scott would definitely, be the ones to lay down for them. I think that'd be great.
And we just got word from Lewis, who just woke up. Let me see if I can add him to the call the last minute. I don't. Why did I try using this?
I don't know why you try using that. So
This is the first time I'm using it, so.
oh gosh. So what's the next match while we're waiting for the add-in?
I sure would like to call Lou. No, I want to add Lou to the call. because I don't want to put you guys on hold.
Yes. So what's the next match?
Okay.
Randy finding the Wyatt compound.
Yeah.
Oh God, are they? Is he gonna like dig a big hole in the ground and put himself in a coffin and then get bit by a snake or some shit like that?
Maybe, we don't know.
At least that gimmick was awesome.
Oh,
I don't know about this shit.
well, that's because Jake actually knew what the fuck he was doing.
Because Jake actually was good.
Not that Bray isn't, but I don't think that's. I don't think this is. Well, nobody is Jake.
No one's
Roberts.
Jake Roberts.
But Bray, I think, would do something different.
Because to be Jake, you got to take a handful of pills every single day.
All right, see if I can add. Oh, oops. Technical difficulties, people, while we try to use this stupid app.
Hastily booked, folks. Hastily.
No one was on the air for that second, but.
Well, that's not a good idea.
Hello, Lou?
No, he's not there.
Oh, he's not there. Dang it. Oh, add people to this call. That's how I do it. Because why the hell am I using... Huh?
We've been in a podcast for like 5 weeks and you still don't know how to use Skype?
No, I'm using the Skype app. This is the first time using the app instead of the main Skype.
Oh, okay. How about this?
Yeah, never use the app. First lesson, never use the app again.
Yeah, I've learned that, unfortunately. Anyway. So, yes, Randy Orton is walking around the Wyatt compound. Because we don't know why. Anyway, let me go back to my notes here. The next thing that happens, Carmella and Natalya defeat Nikki Bella and Naomi.
Okay, so two people, well, one person that knows what they're doing, another that's still kind of learning, beat up two people that have no clue what the hell they're doing.
I think my body's getting used to Naomi's little glitter show thingy.
You mean her epilepsy-inducing intro?
Yeah, pretty much.
The only reason why I'm not used to it is because I don't watch wrestling every week, and oh gosh, I don't think I'd want to with that shit. Naomi just, I would actually like to see Brie come back and do a heel turn.
What,
do a heel turn?
Turn heel
turn heel against Nikki. That'd be great. But she would need lessons from Daniel Bryan, and right now
Daniel's a little busy doing Daniel Bryan things.
I was going to say doing Brie Bella. Anyway,
well, that too.
Anyway. So how did that match end?
Let's see now. If I remember correctly, Carmella. I forgot how the match ended. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't watch either. I fell asleep.
Anyway. Meanwhile, on the set of See No Evil 2, Randy Orton still wanders around what looks to be the Wyatt compound basement, touching power switches, opening doors, and having Eric Rowan slowly stalk him.
So what this actually is Resident Evil 3.
Pretty much.
So does Eric Rowan run around saying stars every so often, or is it RKO?
No, he's stalking him. Apparently, Orton never found him. Eventually,
I know what he would say. Cast. Broken arm.
Miz comes out, rips his hometown Cleveland, saying that he was the man before that traitor LeBron James ever stepped foot back into Cleveland, and that they should be celebrating him. And then another Cleveland boy, Dolph Ziggler, comes out. And before I continue, I do notice on SmackDown, more often the promos will cut straight to the heart. Going back to what I said earlier about how they draw in enough troops when they start working you, you don't see the difference. Because Miz, of course, rips into Dolph saying, you're always going to be that second best guy, the guy that never quite gets the brass ring. You're just going to always be a loser for your entire career. And Dolph counters by pretty much saying, yeah, you're right, I never quite made it, but I still want one more match. So much that I'm willing to put my career on the line. And so at No Mercy, The Miz will battle Dolph Ziggler one more time for the Intercontinental Championship in the title versus career match.
And, I think this is a good way to do it. Either Miz wins and Dolph gets to retire and become Kerwin White's caddy again. Or we see a title change, and I think we could see a title change with this. It's a good way to end it.
Fellas?
Yeah, but I'm torn on it because part of me is thinking Ziggler's going to leave, and part of me thinks, okay, he's finally going to get the belt. So I don't know what to think.
Jericho's scarf. Oh, God.
Oh, dear. Did you find it?
Yeah, it's on the page. Anyway.
Never tell me that I can't do something because I will turn around and do it.
No, it's great. I want you to do it. I wanted you to do it, but I didn't.
No, I'm just saying. Every time I get it, every time somebody says, "Hey, you should do something," I'm usually the person that does it.
And then we go back to Randy Orton and Resident Evil. We go to... I'm trying to find a good way to describe this, and I remember what happened. I just can't put it into words, so bear with me. Randy Orton...
Gotcha.
No, Bray Wyatt sitting in a chair, making fun that Orton was a coward, can't find him. Orton comes up behind them and wearing a sheet mask. They start fighting each other. Then the screen goes crazy because you see Orton eventually walk up and sit down in the chair Bray Wyatt was in. Then the screen goes crazy and flickers back and forth, and we go back to Bray Wyatt sitting in the chair. And I'm like, what did I just watch? Can anyone else describe what I just described to me?
No, because I didn't watch it.
Me neither.
Read? Help?
I think he's busy getting ready for his hot date.
Yeah, really. So let's roll on to the main event. The main event of the evening for SmackDown. AJ Styles defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Dean Ambrose, and Styles retains.
Surprise,
surprise,
surprise, surprise. John Cena commentates on the match, giving his quotes about both wrestlers. In the end, Cena dumps both with AAC. No, actually, let me back up a little. In the end, it looked like Ambrose had Styles in the roll-up, but because Styles hit Cena beforehand, the referee was dealing with him. Hence, Ambrose only got 2 count. Styles rolls up Ambrose in the same roll-up, but since there was no Cena this time, Styles gets the 1, 2, 3. After that, Ambrose and Cena get into a little altercation. Cena hits Ambrose with an AA. Styles runs back in the ring, gets hit with an AA, and the show ends with Cena holding up the title.
Of course he does.
Yeah. And I said this before, and I say this again. I don't see Cena winning the impending triple threat because they're not going to have him tie Ric Flair's records. Similar to what we were saying earlier, we said about the New Day breaking Demolition's record. They're not going to have him tie Ric Flair's record on a B show.
To be fair, yeah, not on a B show, and to be fair, he wouldn't tie Ric Flair's record anyway.
Well, the WWE recognized Ric Flair's record.
Yes, as opposed to the 22 or 23-time world championship that Ric Flair actually is. But, yeah.
Well, if they buy TNA, they could up that up to 18.
And plus, also, John Cena is about to do American Grit, so I doubt they're going to put the belt on.
Yeah, that would also be a bad idea then, so.
So that was actually kind of fast because we're not going to cover NXT this week. And we're going to
Because all of us forgot or got tired.
Yeah, really. Plus, it's on as we're recording this, so we can't exactly cover this week's episode. It's playing as we speak. And we didn't cover TNA, mostly because there's nothing really to cover, other than the fact that
they're going to be broken. They're going to be extinct by the end of the week, so who cares?
There we go.
It's going to be bound for bankruptcy. Instead of a 3-hour pay-per-view, we're just going to see TNA in bankruptcy court.
Or just Vince just laughing at the camera for 3 hours. But it's going to suck because we won't see the great war between the Hardys and Decay, but sacrifices.
Yeah, I just thought of another amazing thing. Can you imagine if Vince sent the WWE wrestlers down there to do what they... Remember how they kind of ended Shikara, or tried to? They tore the set down and everything? I'd love to see that.
What, Vince had WWE wrestlers do that?
Oh, technically you could use NXT wrestlers.
Like, what the hell? What the hell is Chris Jericho? No, actually, as the final nail in the coffin, send all the ex-TNA guys back over there.
Yes. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Bobby Roode, Samoa
Send in
Joe,
Bobby Roode, JoJo,
Samoa Joe, Xavier Woods. Send those guys in to tear down.
And then
TNA.
you send in and then the very last person you send in AJ wearing the title.
Yeah, exactly. Like the real champ is
coming
here.
out to his old TNA music.
Get ready to fly. That will be the final middle finger to Dixie Carter.
Yes.
You literally have all the TNA guys there in tight and do their own show.
Just to fuck with them. Anyway, we have a few minutes left. I think our friend Ninja is getting ready to go on his date, so it's just the three of us now. Should I save them? I think I want to save the match unrecommendations for next week, because the idea was we do the unrecommendations once a month. But since almost half of us are not here right now, I might push that back until we have a full crew again. So,
all right.
So, actually, I'll just cheat and put in my original recommendation now, because I'm probably sure I can find another shitty match. Go back in time, my friends, to the early days at WCW, when Hogan was just about to conquer the company. He had a friend with him called the Macho Man Randy Savage, and they reformed the Mega Powers to take on the most diabolical organization in the world, WCW Booking, because for some odd reason they thought it was a good idea to come up with a triple cage match and call it Hulk Hogan versus, and have the Mega Powers go against the Alliance to destroy Hulkamania. Which,
well, wasn't the Dungeon of Doom involved in that also?
Oh yes, it was both the Dungeon. It's pretty much both the Dungeon of Doom and the Four Horsemen.
And you got to understand, the Dungeon of Doom was Kevin Sullivan's idea because he wasn't used to anything else. So the whole idea of the Dungeon of Doom was to build Hogan up, because Hogan wasn't used to the other style of wrestling.
So essentially, if I remember the participants correctly, it was Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Zeus, the Gangster in this case, the final, originally he was named the Final Solution. Then they realized why that is a horrible, horrible idea, so they renamed them into the Ultimate Solution. Kevin Sullivan, and I think the Yeti, or the Giant, one of the two. And and John said this earlier, what pay-per-view was this on?
It was Uncensored 1996.
Which may or may not be on the network. So if it's on the network...
Actually is. It is.
It is on the network.
So I apologize, but if you want to watch horrible, horrible, horrible wrestling, I might just recommend this again when everybody's here, and give it to more detail, but yeah, avoid this match like the plague.
Well, I'll give a recommendation of wrestling, but not of professional wrestling. Yeah, Will's going on one of his tangents again.
Well, we still have 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, well, we're going on one of his tangents again. I have been watching NHK World over here in this corner of California because we actually get it for free as one of the digital side channels that KCET owns. And it's really cool because you kind of get it's all in English or it's subtitled. I mean, it's not an anime channel or anything like that. It's really more of a learning channel, and every half an hour it's the news or so. But they just had the September tournament for the sumo wrestling over there. And they have tournaments every 2 or 3 months or so. They're 15-day tournaments. And some of the shit that you see there is amazing. The sumo highlights that they show on NHK World are basically show the upper rank and file of the sumo pantheon. It's not all of them. They only show basically maybe 10 to 15 matches. And mind you, sumo matches usually don't last longer than a minute, just because of the way the rules are set up. But this particular one was amazing because something happened that I never thought I would see. I can't say what it is, but the highlights are available until it says October 10th. I'll go ahead and put the link in the Skype chat so that way you can put it in the notes because, well, I honestly think this is a really, really good look at the different types of wrestling that's out there. Even if it does turn into a slap-happy fight, I mean, shit, I had no idea how accurate E. Honda was till I watched the actual Grand Sumo highlights. There's some good stuff there, and this particular set of sumo highlights was really, 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 really good. I think you could benefit from a little bit of Morrow because the play-by-play guys that they rotate in and out. They're a little stuttery, but hey, that it's mostly the news guys that are doing the highlights. So, and they have to speak in English, and most of their native languages most of the native languages that they speak is Japanese. So it's a little stuttery, but it's fantastic. I highly recommend watching it. I put the link over there in the Skype chat. I hope it's in the notes.
It will be.
Go watch it. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. And you might learn something else also on the website. All the stuff is viewable online. They have a live feed, blah, blah, blah.
You got anything, John, or you want to push back to the next week?
Match recommendation or D-recommendation?
Either or is fine.
I'll give a D-recommendation. John Cena versus Randy Orton from Bragging Rights.
I'm about to say which one.
The hour-long Iron Man match.
Oh.
1 hour of rest holds.
Well, frickin' Bob Backlund and Harley Race did the same thing.
Yeah, but we don't nickname one of them Randy Resthold.
This is true. And Harley Resthold doesn't really...
The match was literally, hey, you fall asleep for 10 minutes, I'll fall asleep for 10 minutes, and we'll switch off until the match is over.
Oh, man. All right,
so that's why you can't come close to Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, folks.
As many times as they tried. So, this was... Hastily This was Hastily Kayfabe Recap because Ninja just left us officially, so this was Hastily Kayfabe Recap for Ninja, who's now officially
already gone.
Date. For Will, for John, for Lewis, who hopefully will be awake next week's episode. That means me and Will are the only two that are around for every single episode.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So eventually, it's one of our turns now. So if you don't see this on my YouTube channel, but see it on the RSS feed, it was probably me that missed the episode. So, anyway, thank you for listening, and hope to see you next week, where Billy Corgan here would probably be working for Vince McMahon.
By the time we do our podcast next week, TNA will be obsolete.
Delete.
No, it won't be.
Delete.
It won't be. It will be deleted.
Delete.
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 Because TNA is obsolete.
obsolete.